What's up guys? Kevin and I got bored, so now we're gonna pull the engine from the Evo. Well, unfortunately the GoPro overheated once or twice and we didn't get everything, but I'll give you guys a quick go through of everything we found. So we got the engine all the way out, got the tranny out. One major thing that we found is that when this was in an accident, it cracked this part of the block off. Now thankfully that doesn't go to or affect any of the internals. It just kind of holds the tranny on. The tranny is also cracked here, and then this whole piece broke off, so that's kind of not great. Got an ACT clutch, but it looks like it's pretty worn out. Oil pan is a little bit dented on the front, or not the oil pan, oil filter was pretty much destroyed. The engine turns over pretty easily. Well, I can't do it here, but cranks over pretty easy, so I feel much better about that. The engine was already mostly loose in all the engine mounts, like they were going to take it out but never did. From a lot of videos that we saw, it looks like they dropped the engine and tranny through, but we weren't going to do that, seeing as how it's pretty much level. So what we did is we took this front radiator support here, which was already pretty much destroyed, and bent it back out of the way, and then we could lift the tranny kind of out, or the engine and tranny out together sideways. So I just need to go and get some more long bolts, and then we can put the engine on the engine stand. Let's see what we got going on. We'll take the valve cover off and the head off. I'll look at the pistons and the rings, see what it looks like in the cylinders. Obviously get a new timing kit. The balance shaft belt is on here, so that's good. That means it didn't snap or cause any problems. So we're gonna go ahead and probably remove this, put in a racing balance shaft here on the oil pump. Pulleys for joint. This is for joint. Coolers for joint. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to do, but we're getting there step by step. So stay tuned and we'll continue on with the engine later. Well, so far so good. The surfaces look good. All the pistons seem whole without any signs of detonation. There's no melting. A little bit of rust here, probably just from lack of oil. But really everything looks good. Let's find a socket and see if we can turn it over. Well, it does not want to turn very easily, so I'll see if I can lube it up and we'll use a bigger wrench. There's definitely some carbon deposits on this piston right here, and a little bit on this one right here. I kind of cleaned and blew out some dirt. I got some handy dandy brake fluid, which may or may not be the best option for this. I'm going to pour some in, let it kind of penetrate past the seals and the pistons, and we'll let it soak for a while, and then we'll see if we can get it to turn. Alright, so I've let the brake fluid soak in the cylinders for a couple hours. I kind of mixed it up and tried to clean off some of the dirt and carbon, and it looks pretty good. Let's see if we can get this thing to crank. There we go. Not bad. Actually, turns pretty easy. Getting brake fluid everywhere, but cylinder walls look good. I don't see any scratches. A little bit of possible rust. Now let's take off the oil pan and let's check out and see what the crank looks like. Well, a bunch of water just came out, so it's not great. I'm assuming it was just leftover water and maybe coolant in the coolant passages, but still, that just means rust. Alright, so here's the pan. Definitely a bunch of crap in here. It's alright. Definitely needs a good cleaning. Oh, not so great is all this rust. Great. We got rust on the bottom of this rod. We got rust on the cradle. We got rust on the crank here and here. We got rust on the bottom of the engine block on the inside here. Bearings look okay right there. We need to get this plate off to see what the rest looks like. Definitely some rust over here. Now I think most of it is surface rust, although this is a little suspect over here. This side's bad. Man, he's either sat in water or exposed to the air, assuming it's sat in water, but I think this can all be cleaned up without too much issue. See, these all look good. It binds a little bit right there. I don't know if that's just from the piston, or if that's because this rust on this rod and the bearing and the rust on the side here of this cradle. So I think next we'll get the table cleaned up, and we'll get this cradle pulled off, and all the bearings set out, the rods and pistons. Not the best thing to find. Could be worse. Well, you can see here one of the main causes of why this engine doesn't run. Smacked the absolute piss out of this oil filter. So yippee. Alright, let's get the rest of this taken apart so we can get the crankshaft out. Look at that rust. But I think it should clean up very nicely. In case you're wondering, this is trash. Probably gonna have to take this off the stand so I can get to the bolts on the back, and then obviously you'll be able to see it.
Well, there you have it. We got everything broken down and laid out on the table. Got the head and the intake manifold. This looks pretty good. We got the crank cleaned up, and all the journals look good. All the rust that we saw here earlier, we got cleaned up, and then got the whole thing oiled with some Lucas to keep it nice and thick and clean. Yeah. It's hard to see, but we got the block sitting here in the parts washer. We're gonna let it sit and soak for a while, and then we'll get it all cleaned up, get all the channels cleaned out, get as much rust from the outside cleaned off. Maybe give her a light walnut blast or something, I'm not sure yet, and then we'll probably paint it. But yeah, slowly but surely. We're building a budget Evo here because we don't have tons of money or time. So we're just getting parts here and there, slowly but surely. I'll get a list together for you guys. And if you want to see the latest and greatest internet fight, go check out KB Motors YouTube page. I'll leave a link in the description, and check out some of his videos on the 1J and 2JZ versus the VR6. It's fun. Hopefully I'll have some time to get a few more videos filmed and updated, and some more projects going, but we'll see what happens with the holidays and with everything going on at the shop for work and whatnot. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll do what I can and get some more videos uploaded. Have a good one. See ya.